Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's coverage of the Sim Racing Points Truck Series here at Full Throttle Sim Racing, presented by Full Throttle Television. My name's Brady Hanna, in the booth tonight with me is Richie Coy. And Richie, we're on the short tracks. Once again, we're at IRP, or Lucas Oil Speedway, or call it what you want, but Indianapolis Raceway Park, man. That's what I know it as. One of the most fun and competitive tracks out there on the schedule. Looking forward to a great time of short track racing here tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. And they call me the bottom feeding fish, and that doesn't work here because Lucas Oil Raceway Park here, Indianapolis Raceway Park, you got to run the high side. You got to run the outside groove, which is the normal racing groove here. So it's a bit different, but this is one of my favorite racetracks for sure.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun here around IRP. It's really unique. We'll look at our track description here for Lucas Oil Raceway, and I'm telling you, like I said, the groove you have to run here is very unique, up towards the wall or against the wall at times. That bottom lane is a little bit flatter than some of the others, and you know best because you've been here several times in real life. You know that this track can be very challenging for the drivers. You put heavy stock cars on it, and it just adds to the challenge.
Yeah, absolutely. And it is weird. It's an old surface. Got a lot of character to it, but yeah, the outside groove. So if you look down into the turns, you'll see the two sections of dotted white stripes down there that separate the racetrack, and you really kind of want to ride right on that top, right around that top set of lines up there. You don't necessarily have to be up alongside the fence, but you get a lot closer to it than I'm usually used to. But it's a whole lot of fun to run here.
It is, and you're kind of right in the middle of the track. You run out of track when you're racing other people side by side, so it's really hard to make that pass. You got to get the run off the corner. You got to have room to race, and sometimes that miscommunication between drivers can lead to fireworks, and I'm sure we're going to see some action here tonight. Looking at the points, though, coming into tonight for the Sim Racing Points Truck Series, and it looks like this. Brendan Polk comes in with a healthy lead over Robert Malikian in second, James Morris in third, Jonathan Atkins and Wyatt Huntley all up front there for the top five in the points. And I'm telling you, this is one of those tracks, it's short tracks. We're getting down to it. We only have a few races remaining, but that is a pretty sizable lead that they're going to have to overcome.
It is for sure, and it'll be tough to. Well, I mean, 34 points. You got stage points in every race. I mean, you could get a good swing, and I could tell you right now that I've been watching our points leader trying to qualify, and he's been having issues. I don't think he's been able to get a second lap in, so he's going to start towards the middle of the pack. He gets caught up in one little issue here, and that 34 points goes away quickly. It
does. So you look at the schedule going forward. Of course, we have Lucas Oil Raceway tonight, Kentucky next week. That's going to be a lot of fun to go back to Kentucky, see what these guys can do. Then you have the road course of Watkins Glen, the short track of Richmond Raceway, and the Milwaukee Mile. A very interesting couple of tracks coming up for sure to end this season. It's going to be a lot of fun to see who can master those 5 tracks as we go forward. And looking at the playoff points as we wrap up here, getting ready for the starting lineup. There is the playoff points. As they stand, you have 11 winners so far in the truck series. So you got about 5 guys fighting for those points positions. Michael Blackner, Robert Maliki, and J.P. Burns, Lewis Meglin, and Tony Solari currently in those playoff positions.
Yeah, and if anybody wins from below those lines, you definitely you get kicked out. So it's you kind of almost got to win it. There's a couple of races left, but you want to be able to get that win and lock yourself in. You're going to go into the last couple of races and everyone on nerves. Who's going to make it and who's not going to make it.
Yeah, you've got to be a little nervous because you have William Lark, Jeff Chandler, some of those guys below that cutoff line that could get that done even tonight. So we'll see how it plays out. This should be a lot of fun here tonight. A little short track racing action here at IRP. 150 laps is your race length. The stage will be lap 40, so we'll be looking for a stage break around or at lap 40. Those guys will be able to take a break and race on from there. We'll see who gets those stage points. But as the field lines up, we're going to go to our starting lineup tonight for the Lucas Oil 150. And on pole tonight for the Lucas Oil 150 is going to be the Ford, the Toyota of Jonathan Atkins taking the pole. On the front row with him, starting second, is going to be the 10. That is Ryan Chapman. Michael Blackner in the number 22 Ford will start P3. Beside him in fourth is going to be the 99. That's JP Burns. Fifth spot is going to be Wyatt Huntley in the 21. Sixth spot is going to go to the 43 Chevrolet of Lewis Meglin. Starting seventh is the 70 truck. That is Joshua O'Connor. To his outside in eighth spot is the 16. That's Robert Malikian. Starting ninth is the 13 Toyota. That's going to be Brian Messer. And 10th, rounding out your top 10, is going to be the 89 Toyota of Chris Gore.
Number 36 of Dave Nestor lines up in 11th. At his outside will be the number 9 of Marshall Johnson in 12th. Brendan Polt, our points leader, starting back in 13th in the 71. And Nicholas Moreau, our 2005 A season champion, will start on his outside in 14th. With Cameron Albertson in the 76, 15th. And Hayden James to his outside in the 01 and 16th. Richard Myers in the 93 lines up 17th, with Noah Nicholson to his outside in 18th. Al Naranco in the number 2 comes in 19th, with TJ Bartel starting in the 20th and the 28th tonight. Shad Curran is going to be 21st in the number 66, with Barry Kramer to his outside in the 18. Brad Fulham in the 06 starts 23rd. Markyle Henderson starts 24th in the 62. And Joseph Burgess will round out your field tonight in 25th spot.
Yeah, 25-car field here tonight at Lucas Oil Raceway. Kind of a small field, but I'm not sure the drivers will complain all that much with a small field here at this short track. So it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun here tonight. A lot of competitive drivers, a lot of things that can happen. One note on the starting lineup is that the 18 of Barry Kramer will be starting from pit road from a penalty, so he'll be coming from behind. All right, we're getting ready and get set. I think they get 2 pace laps here to kind of get things sorted and get organized here. Jonathan Atkins on the pole, Ryan Chapman second. Richie, who are you watching tonight?
Oh, you're going to start with that already. So who do I want to commentator curse tonight? I don't know. Jonathan Atkins has been on a roll lately. It's kind of hard to, I think, necessarily to go against him. You got Nicholas Moreau in the back, who's good everywhere he goes. It's hard to go against some of the guys that are up front in points, but yeah, I think I might take Jonathan Atkins.
Well, I think the GHR drivers have been really strong as of late. We did see Nick Moreau get the win last week. Actually, we didn't see it, but he did get the win.
We heard about it.
Yeah, we heard it. I'm going to go with the 21 Wyatt Huntley. I'm going to go with that driver. That is another GHR driver that I think can get it done tonight, starting in P6. We'll see what happens as they come around 3 and 4. They're going to come to the restart zone. Pace car is off. We're getting ready for a great short track racing event here tonight. They come to the restart zone, waiting for the green flag. There it is, and we are racing here at IRP.
I'm a little shocked that Jonathan kept the bottom, but he did get a chance to slide up in front of Ryan Chapman as they come through 1 and 2. Ryan, we're got a yellow ready.
Hayden James around the 01 in turn 1, and the caution immediately flies here at IRP.
Well, that didn't last very long.
Let's go back to our Best One Tire and Auto Care instant replay to see what happens as they head off into turn 1, watching the 01. Was that somebody kind of tagged a truck in front of him, washed up into him, and turned him around there?
Yeah, it looks like maybe the 93. I believe that's Nim Silva. No, sorry, Richard Myers. My bad, their teammates. Looks like Richard, there was a checkup in front of him, and he kind of checked up and popped up into the 01 there, so... Not on the 01 this time. Not the way he wanted to start either. Didn't look like too bad of damage.
Yeah, it's just kind of a little cosmetic damage on the left side there. I'll get that fixed up and keep going. This is short track racing, so the aerodynamics are not going to be too important, although you don't want to wrinkle the truck up early on like this.
Yeah, but it's short track racing. You got to get a little wrinkle on it.
I'll tell you who this does help is the 18 of Barry Kramer, starting from pit road. He's immediately going to be able to rejoin the field on this next restart. So no harm, no foul for him. He's going to be able to be right there with those guys now.
Yeah, he's even passed a couple guys already. He's passed the 2 guys involved, so he's definitely made out on it. But we got Diane Chapman out there in chat saying "Go Ryan, go!" and we actually have Jonathan Atkins Well, I don't know if it's a son or a daughter because it just says my dad is Jonathan, but it says was it B-Ball Beast is out there who is Jonathan Atkins' kid. So welcome aboard. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, you talking about Chapman there. Chapman almost, he kind of crossed him over on the start there. Jonathan started on the bottom. He started to come back inside of him down the backstretch when the caution came out. So we'll see if that's the case once again here as when we get ready for a restart. You know, you can kind of do that. You run up high, get that run off the corner, straight line off the corner, you get that run, and you can kind of position yourself in the next corner.
Yeah, and it's a little bit. So a lot of guys will do that crossover, and then all of a sudden the truck will get completely loose coming out of two. So you got to watch that when you're doing that crossover, that you don't lose the truck coming off the corner, and that can happen in both corners. Although strangely enough, the two corners here, while they look identical, they run completely different. So it's one of those tracks that looks identical but does not. And I have verification that is Jonathan's son.
There you go. So welcome aboard. Hope you enjoy the event. Hope he has a good run for sure there. So we got our two guys, two people commenting in chat there, and they're
on the front row.
On the front row. So far so good, guys. All right, we're gonna get a restart here.
Pace car's off. Yep. Pace car off. Let's do it.
They're gonna roll through 3 and 4 here. Jonathan Atkins still your leader. Ryan Chapman second, just like the start here. They're gonna start inside outside. Come to the restart zone. Green flag is out, and we are racing once again.
Yeah, Jonathan got a much better start that time because he was able to pull the trigger when he wanted to. I don't think that's going to give Ryan an opportunity, but the 21 and the 22 are running side by side. That's our first battle there.
22 Michael Blackman trying to make a pass, actually trying to hold off Wyatt Huntley. Here he comes on the inside. The 21 got that run on the inside.
This is one of those tracks that sometimes you could run side by side, but I don't know if you want to do it for many, many laps here, especially when you're in the bottom. But it does look like Wyatt Huntley does take that spot from Michael Blackman.
Huntley up to fourth. Michael Blackman back to fifth after starting third. Just trying to find a place to ride here. It's got the 70 of O'Connor right behind him.
Yeah, they're all pretty much single file, but Ryan actually was just looking underneath Jonathan there for the lead, but now has come back, I guess, maybe 2-3 truck lengths now. But I don't think the 4 is going to go away that quickly on the 10. I think the 10 and the 99 of JP Burns right there.
Yeah, we haven't mentioned much about Burns, but he's right there as well. In that top 3, I expect him to be strong tonight as well. We'll see how this plays out. As you see, Blackner was able to hold off Joshua O'Connor, who slots back in line. We've got a battle back here a little further back. Nicholas Moreau trying to get by Cameron Albertson and does so in turn 3.
Put him up into the 13th spot.
That's last week's winner, and he's been strong at a lot of these tracks, but had some tough luck this season. Starting deep in the field tonight, starting in 14th spot. We'll see if he can kind of claw his way to the front. I fully expect him to. He does it every week.
He does. I think he does it on purpose just to make himself, to give him something to do. But I don't think he's been working on his qualifying setups, and that's put him in the back. But he does tend to find his way to the front every week.
Racing into the darkness here at IRP. Lap 11 of 150 here. Jonathan Atkins, your leader. Ryan Chapman, though, starting to close that gap, starting to inch in as he pulls to the. I thought he would be on the inside, but he's trying to get there.
I thought it was my eyes going bad, but it is. It's getting dark. It's not just me, huh?
Yeah, I'd expect the lights to be all right by now, but yeah.
NHRA hasn't paid the light bill yet.
Yeah.
So that's actually a fun fact about this track is that it's actually owned by the NHRA. There's the National Drag Strip right on the other side of the front stretch, but the NHRA owns the entire property, and they're in the process of moving their entire national headquarters to this location.
Nice. Well, that's good for the track, to preserve the track in the future. There were some questions about whether the track would be around, but it sounds like it's in good hands for sure. I'd expect a repave here pretty soon too. Unfortunately, I guess, or fortunately, I'm not sure.
Talking to the guy that basically runs the track, yeah, they're not actually going to pave the track anytime soon. Okay, they love the character. They love the character of this track.
Yeah, I do too.
And it's a neat track. It really is a neat track. If you ever have the opportunity to go to Indiana, visit. It doesn't matter what runs here. It's just a cool track.
It provides some great racing. As we're seeing right here tonight, we're on board with the 10 of Ryan Chapman, trying to find a way around that 4 of Jonathan Atkins. It looks like he's got a faster truck right now, or at least is pushing harder than Jonathan. He's just got to find that bite off the corner to be able to enter the corner beside him, and then we'll have a race. And you see him moving all around the track. This is why they don't want to repave the track right here. They are moving all around exactly the track.
Right. Trying to find that elusive grip. So he could be a little bit faster than the 4, but where the 10 needs to be, and it's a very, very tough place to pass when the two guys are very close on times.
Never mind. That was a glitch in the system, apparently. Having a little bit of connection issue, apparently.
Yeah, you're having a little bit of connection issue. You every once in a while you disappear from voice too. Just as we're going through here. Got a side-by-side battle with the 70 and the 22, and as I say that, the 70 clears the 22. That will put him up into 6th place, 5th place.
Yeah, 5th spot for the Joshua O'Connor machine, number 70. So moving towards the front, we're still watching this battle.
Joshua O'Connor. Yeah, Ryan is all over him, looking for a place. Jonathan just has to continue to run the same groove every single lap and just keep frustrating Ryan. And, maybe Ryan will find that particular amount of grip that he needs to get by him. Get some side-by-side back with Alan Duranko. And I think it's a 76, yes, of Cameron Albertson.
Settle that for now. Yeah, obviously having some connection issues here for whatever reason.
I was wondering if it was me, but I see that the stream is having some bouncing issues too. So it's that high-speed Xfinity internet you got going on.
It's not as fast as Xfinity Internet or Xfinity Mobile or whatever they say. It's just not.
Yeah. It's so fast that they can't keep up.
Yeah, we're going to drop a few things here and try to see if that helps things, but
we got some. Go ahead.
Yeah, we've got a battle back here. Barry Kramer trying to get around 76 of Albertson. Unable to do so, going to fall back in line here.
I was going to say, as that was going on, we have a couple movers. Brendan Polton, our points leader, is up to 8th place, and Nick Moreau is up to 12th. He's right behind David Nestor, who's having a good run, and then right behind Brian Messer in the 13. Old Bunker Brian there. Ooh, somebody just got in the wall.
Yeah, it's Barry Kramer trying to get around Cameron Albertson. Actually, it was Cameron Albertson in the wall.
Yeah.
Trying to hold off Barry Kramer. Barry does get that position. Cameron in the wall there. And Cameron in the wall again there, off the corner.
As that's going on, Nicholas Moreau is trying his hardest to get by David Nestor and gives the old IRP slide job. Makes that pass stick.
In front of him.
11. Good.
I was just going to say, in front of him, Lewis Meglin and Brian Messer fighting right in front of this battle as well. Here comes Nicholas Moreau on the inside of the 43 of Meglin. And he's going to take that spot pretty easily. 43 trapped on the outside there. Looks like he's going backwards.
Trapped on the outside? You're supposed to be running on the outside.
I mean on the very outside.
Oh, no, it won't be on the very outside.
Yeah, you don't want to be up there in the marbles. And used to this track was worse for that, but not as bad now to be up against the wall. But before, I remember you get up there, those marbles, you can pretty much count on hitting the wall there.
And I do find it odd that Lewis is going backwards up in the preferred groove. But Dave Nestor gets by him and put the 77 and Noah Nicholson by him as well now.
Yeah, those 77, the 70, the 76, they were all really quick in practice. So I'm kind of surprised that they're starting where they are, but they had a really good lap in practice.
And as all this is going on, Jonathan Atkins has opened up and over a second lead on Ryan Chapman, who's almost a second ahead of Wyatt Hundley now, who has gotten by J.P. Burns for third.
Yeah, so Hundley up to third, J.P. Burns in fourth, Joshua O'Connor in fifth. Robert Malikian moves up 2 positions from his starting spot. He's in sixth right now. Michael Blackner slid back a couple of positions in seventh, and he's going to be under fire from the 71 of Polt.
Polt making nice moves here in the beginning. He's up 5 spots, looking for 6. Got some great racing, and if you can look, I don't know if you have a track map, but if you were to look at the track map, there's basically cars all the way around the racetrack at this point.
And here comes Polt to make that move in the 22, making pretty good progress here in the 71. Did not have the lap like you were talking about. Did not have the lap he wanted in qualifying. Started kind of deep in the field. He's starting to rectify that issue now as he moves up into the 7th spot. And you're right, this becomes sort of a conveyor belt, and lap traffic will play a factor. As you see right now, our leaders in traffic as we speak.
Yeah, and this is one of those places that if you catch the lap traffic in the wrong spot, it can definitely hurt your whole entire lap. As Wyatt Hundley now is moving in on Ryan Chapman there for the 2nd spot. So Wyatt Hundley moving forward here.
Those are the 2 JGR cars we were talking about, and the 2 we picked. I expected those guys to be quick here tonight, and they're showing their speed right now. Running 1st and 3rd, and then the 18 of Barry Kramer also in that group, and he's actually running 15th, so he's gained a lot of positions after starting from the rear.
Yep. I'd also want to point out the 70 of Joshua O'Connor, also there in 5th place. He's right behind J.P. Burns, so you got 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th all right there within striking distance of each other, as they're all actually going underneath the lap car of Joseph Burgess in a 90.
Yep, they're going to work their way around there, and they're kind of grouped pretty closely together there. We are inching in on our stage break. Lap 35, we only have 5 laps to go on the stage.
Quick.
Yes, things happen quick here. We got our one.
Having so much fun.
I was going to say, we got our 1 caution out of the way on lap 1. After that, we've been clean and green so far.
Yeah, absolutely. Robert Malikian moving in now in the top 5 in 6th. And so we may have a 6th place car battle here, but unfortunately there's only 4 more laps, almost 3 more laps to go for the stage.
Yeah, right on board with the 60 of Malikian. You're right. We're running out of time as they race into the sunset here at Indianapolis Raceway Park, or Lucas Oil Raceway, call it what you will. Getting ready for our stage break in about 3 laps, and we're seeing if any of these guys can make a late race move, or a late stage move, I guess, for a position. You see Joshua O'Connor got a little bit of the ball there coming off turn 2.
Yeah, they're all under a blanket up there. As the 21 is all over Ryan Chapman for 2nd, and then J.P. Burns is all over the 21 for 3rd. Is anybody going to be able to make a move in the next couple of laps here?
J.P. Burns way up the track. Everybody trying to get that run off the corner. Here comes the 21. Not much of a run yet. He's trying to back that up and get a run off the corner. The 99 is looking and lurking as well. Here goes the 21 looking to the outside.
21 to the outside. Yeah, the 10 has been running the bottom. Yeah, he's been running the bottom in 3 and 4, and that allowed the 21 to kind of get up to the outside as he's going to do it again coming off of turn 2. Battle for 2nd. He's in the wall.
He's about to fall back in line off turn 2. Back behind the 10 of Ryan Chapman.
Yeah, great racing going on here. I was about to say Ryan is running the unorthodox line on the bottom here, but that's leaving the top open. And if you can roll the top a little bit better than he is, you get that fender up on his quarter panel.
All this going behind,
bed, whatever you want to call it.
Going on behind your leader, who's going to take the stage win right here. Jonathan Atkins wins the stage. Ryan Chapman hangs on for 2nd, but it was just barely as those guys were starting to beat his back bumper off. And there's your stage caution. So
there it is.
It's going to be Atkins, Ryan Chapman, Wyatt Huntley, J.P. Burns, Joshua O'Connor, and then Robert Maliki and Brendan Polt, Brian Messer, Nicholas Moreau, and Michael Blackner hanging on for a point for stage.
So that was a good run right there. That was a good run. We had a lot of battle going on there towards the end. I can't wait to see what they do in the next 110 laps or so after we go through some pit stops here.
Well, the good thing too is it'll tell you a little bit as they come down pit road. Is really quick. Everything happens fast here, but
it does.
This will tell you a little bit about your truck. This long run is really helpful from a driver's standpoint. It will tell you what your truck's doing at least in 40 laps to kind of give you a signal of what adjustments you need to make it a little bit better. Like Ryan Chapman looked a little. I don't know if he was tight or loose, but he was running the very bottom of the track. He's going to need to make an adjustment to hang on to that second place and put take the fight to the 4 of Jonathan Atkins, who looked really hooked up there. The 21 looked like he maybe had something for the 4. J.P. Burns was strong there as well. Just need, track position may be key here too.
Yeah, absolutely. Which is, Ryan Chapman might have beat him out. Ooh, he definitely shot out of that pit stop. I don't know. We'll have to wait till they come back around.
We'll see how they line up, because that control of the restart can be very, very important. And it looks like Ryan Chapman is going to grab that lead off pit road. So, like I said, track position could be king, and it could be key to a win here tonight. And so far, so good, as Ryan Chapman takes over the lead under pit stops.
Wow, I didn't have that on my bingo card, and I am the bingo president. So, did not have that going there. Ryan Chapman to the point. Jonathan Atkins falls back to second. Doesn't look like there was any other change in the top 10 as far as who came off pit road. Noah Nicholson back in 11th. Dave Nestor, Alan Duranco, Lewis Meglin in 14th. Barry Kramer up to 15th, as we said. Chris Gore, Shad Curran, and Marshall Johnson, Brad Fulham, and Richard Myers rounds out your top 20.
A couple of guys had issues early on. The 90 of Joseph Burgess's laps down. The 76 Cameron Albertson, after hitting that wall, he's a lap or two down. Of course, Hayden James being spun early on, and then TJ Bartell parked it for mechanical issues.
Yeah, actually, Hayden James popped into chat here saying he chooses peace, which I'm assuming he meant, giving up the ghost here, as we are side by side here with the lights off, going down the backstretch, coming in for this restart after the stage.
Lights are off on the pace car, and lights are off apparently at the track as well, as we're looking for those lights to pop on as we race into the night here at Indianapolis Raceway Park. Ryan Chapman, your leader. After pit stops, the 4 of Jonathan Atkins in second as they start on the front row. Restart is green. We are go and racing once again here at IRP.
Ryan Chapman out to the lead there. Jonathan Atkins fills in second, but there's a battle for third between the 21 and the 99. As they head down to 3. Still side by side.
Tight racing with cold tires. You've got to be careful here early on. The 99 scrubs the wall off the corner, but doesn't really lose any momentum. We keep racing.
And that's about the only battle. Everybody else is kind of single filed out here. As the 99 and 21 fight for third position here.
And 70 of O'Connor watching on saying, guys, figure this out. I want to follow whoever's going to go through. And looks like 21. Oh, that was close. And he's going to clear off turn 4.
Looked like JP got a little loose up there and not allowed the 70 to get under him. And JP got a 2 for the wrong way there, as he has lost 2 spots.
Yeah, he's going to try to come back to cover over
Brendan Polt to the outside.
Brendan Polt said, fine. You want to go to the bottom? That's fine. I'll go to the top.
JP going the wrong way on this restart. That's not what he was looking for, but got a battle behind them, too, with the 77 and the 16 of Robert Malikian. Now, Robert Malikian was 6th, I think, at the stage, and he's fallen back. So we got 2 guys that have kind of lost some positions here on the start of the stage.
Teammates, and I wonder if it's a setup thing. Maybe they're just not really good on the restarts here or something. He looked strong after they got going, but man, you can get off kilter really quick here. You get put out of position, and it's really hard to, get that focus back and get back where you were racing.
And as we were talking here, JP Burns was able to move back past the 71, so that's one less car that he did not lose a lap to. As the 77 now is looking underneath Nicholas Moreau.
Yeah, watching the 77. Yeah.
I'm out of breath.
Don't pass out. Nicholson and Moreau side by side, 2, 3, and 4.
Yep, still side by side.
The racing here
Now,
will leave you breathless, right, Richie?
It absolutely, and I promise you, in real life, there actually is lights at this racetrack. I don't know where they are right now.
Yeah, we'll get there eventually, maybe.
right as the checker flag comes out.
Yeah. Everybody, pull out your phone. We gotta light the track, please.
There you go. Ryan Chapman's pulled out to a half a second lead on Jonathan Adkins here, as the 70 is now trying to work over to 21, and the 77 makes his way past Nicholas Moreau, put the 77 up into 7th place there.
I hate to say this, but it looks like right now Clean Air is king, because the 4 of Atkins got out front. He pulled away, and now the 10 of Chapman's out front, and he's pulling away. We'll see how it plays out over the long run, but right now it looks like you want to be out front.
Well, yeah, you always want to be out front, but yeah, the Clean Air, even on a short track like this, you're not getting affected by any of the trucks crossing your wake in front of you. They're just so dang aero dependent nowadays.
Yeah, it's frustrating as a driver behind as well.
Nope, lights just went on.
Oh, we got lights.
I think.
Do we have lights? I don't know.
I thought I saw the lights go on.
Right on board the 70 of Joshua O'Connor, trying to make a move on the 21, Wyatt Hunley. Racing hard. Oh, contact into the corner. Just drove in the back of the 21. Now they make contact side by side. Wyatt Hunley around in 1 and 2. Turn 2. He spins, collects the 99. Caution is out. That was no bueno right there. Yeah. Tempers are going to flare over that one, I believe. And maybe something led up to that, but it looked... well, let's go back and look at it. You decide yourself.
You who?
You who? And unfortunately, 99 just involved in just innocent bystander there. Tried to check up.
Wrong place. Wrong place, wrong time. Did they make contact?
Oh, they certainly... I was on board, and they certainly made contact.
Yeah. Well, I was looking to see it going in the corner.
Right, so backing up, yeah, there was contact into the corner, into the back of the truck, and then into the side.
Yeah, if you're going to rough somebody up, you just rough them up. I don't know, that's how it works.
Yeah, but boy, you give up... With that move right there, you give up a lot of track position. Not only the driver you wrecked, but also yourself. Oh boy! But it's going to be fun for us to watch.
I'm hearing over the officials' channel that they put that incident on both of those guys. So both of those guys are going to be EOL for their involvement in that incident. So
it's not what you wanted at this stage in the race. Lap 59 of 150. Still a long way to go, but man, it's going to be hard to claw through the field.
Yeah. Now you have to work. Now you have to root for a caution fest, which none of us wants.
I'm going to go back and look at that and see who else was involved. Was Alan Duranko involved in that? Because he's on pit road. I don't think so. I don't think he was farther back. I know the 99 was. And the 21.
Yeah, 99.
And there may be some slight damage on the 71, who I think is... Did he get... I think he got in the back of the 99 slightly, just because he checked up right there.
Yeah, the 2 was definitely not involved. All right, here we go. We're all stacked up 2 by 2 with the lights out, going down the backstretch here with Ryan Chapman once again on the inside and Jonathan Adkins to his outside. Brendan Pult up to third. Our points leader having a good race here with the 77. Noah Nicholson to his outside.
Yeah, both those guys made up a lot of positions so far in this race, so they clearly have fast trucks. We'll see if they can do anything with it as we come down to the restart zone here for Ryan Chapman leading the race. Green flag is out, and we're racing once again.
We are. Ryan Chapman out to an early lead. Is Brendan going to try? He does, but single filed out. Somebody's disappearing on us. Somebody's having a Brody issue. That would be the 77 of Noah Nicholson.
I do have my issues fixed, so hopefully all that is stopped.
Yeah, you've been pretty solid on my end since when we were complaining.
All right, so one lap
we called
complete.
up Xfinity.
Yeah,
we called up Xfinity, got your stuff all fixed. All right, we got a battle between the 22, the 18, and the 9 of Marshall Johnson. Oh, he went in that corner. I thought he ran in the back of the 18. But put Barry Kramer up to 7th from starting on pit road up to 7th. Good job by him.
Yeah, I know he's climbed through the field, and he is the second in line now of those GHR trucks. So he's continuing to climb through the field. They're racing with Michael Blackner behind him. Michael Blackner in front of him, Marshall Johnson behind him. Blackner's been hanging too in the top 10, currently 7th. Robert Malikian right in front of him with Nicholas Moreau. Nicholas, again, climbing through the field as well. That 77, 71, and 15, they've found their way to the front. There's a reason why Moreau and Polton, those guys, are in the front in the points.
Yeah, absolutely. Consistency is definitely key, but being up front consistently is even more key. So making your way to the front, making sure your truck has got no damage when you're going to the front, also very, very key. Aaron Satcher's out in the chat calling you the secretary of bingo.
Huh.
Well, if I'm the president of bingo, you should be the king of bingo.
I'll have to give you some glasses, some of those, I don't know why this is what I think about when you say secretary, but those wavy glasses, black rimmed glasses, maybe wear some pearls or something.
Oh my, you're going old school secretary. I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna let it lie. Diane Chapman wants Ryan to drive it like he stole it. So far he's doing that. He's driving like his pit crew stole the lead from Jonathan Atkins there, so he's doing a good job up front there.
Yeah, so far so good for the 10. He got that lead on pit road. We got JP Burns.
Oh, the 99's around. 99's around.
Around off turn 4. Caution is out once again. Let's see what happened with the 99 here as we go to our best one tire auto care instant replay. Racing with, who is that?
It is the 06 of Brad Fulham.
Oh, he had nothing to do with the 06. He just gets loose on the bottom there on the apron, spins around. Oh, and he clips. Who did he clip there?
His teammate, Alan Duranco.
Oh, my goodness.
This time the 2 was kind of involved in it.
I tell you what, if you had the luck of Alan Duranco, you need to, what is it that Lane always says about the jinx? You want to get rid of that. He does make it through though.
He does, and I don't think there's a lot of damage, if any, but most of the leaders have come down pit road.
Yeah, you say most of the Ryan Chapman having an issue getting in his pit stall. It's going to cost him time. He was too far forward, had to back up. That's going to cost him a lot of positions here on pit road. As the 4 of Jonathan Atkins pulls off.
1, 2, 3, 4. Lost 4 spots on pit road there.
And that's on top of 2 guys who decided to stay out here. Marshall Johnson and Lewis Meglin decided to stay out on these tires. So they decided that track position is more important than these tires.
So, yeah, they pitted on lap 43. Yeah. I mean, it's a short track. You should be able to run pretty decently, at least over 100 laps on these tires. We'll see how well they can hang on. They got like 27 lap fresher tires behind them.
Yeah, we'll see if they decide to pit later on, if we get a caution later. And maybe they pull everybody back in. This is a play for track position. Maybe it works out in their favor that way. One guy I do see that's kind of dropped from the top 10 is the 70 of Joshua O'Connor. Not sure if he had an issue on pit road or a penalty or what happened.
He was the one of the ones that got the EOL from the last caution.
Okay.
He just hasn't made his way back up yet. Him, Wyatt Hunley, and of course the 99 ended up going to the back because he got spun. But now he's spun again.
Yeah, it went from bad to worse for the 99.
I know all about that. I had that happen on Monday.
Yeah, you had kind of a rough one there.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah.
But they are double file, and lights are out. Once again, we're ready to go. This time we get Marshall Johnson and Lewis Meglin on the front row. Jonathan Atkins and Brendan Pope in row 2.
Listen, you got to appreciate the good days. Sometimes you have to have bad days. So it happens to the best of us.
That it does.
So
Everybody makes mistakes.
We'll see what kind of day the 9 of Marshall Johnson has, as he's going to take over the lead in the restart zone. Green flag is out, and we are racing once again here at Lucas Oil Raceway.
How patient are some of these guys going to be?
Ooh, the 9 gets loose 4 wide.
Almost 4 wide. Oh, my God.
Oh, they are still 3 wide, but, man, those tires did not stick in turn 1 and 2. Marshall Johnson loose and up the track. And that just opened the floodgates of 10.
Chapman loose.
Ryan Chapman loose puts the 9 in the wall.
Moreau's around.
Oh, my goodness. Nicholas Moreau. We got a pile up in turn 1. Moreau involved. Fulham, Malikian, Joseph Burgess, Richard Myers. And J.P. Burns missed that one.
He did. It's the big one.
Oh, my goodness. A big wreck into turn 1. We'll see what happens here on our Best One Tire and Auto Care instant replay. Going into turn 1, they were 3 and 4 wide trying to work that out. And behind them, the 18 of Kramer comes up into the 15. And, of course, some of those guys running the top side just have nowhere to go. You know, that's one thing with this track is that if you're running that top lane, when things happen, it's right in your lap, and there's really not anything you can do.
Right, and some of these guys were all 2x2 on the bottom, so some guys popped to the bottom, and that makes it even harder to try to get out of the way. Looks like the 62 might have gotten the back of the 70 that got him spun around, but yeah. That was kind of the big one here at IRP is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cars were involved, and not one of them was J.P. Burns this time, so maybe his day's getting better.
Riding on board with Kramer. Kramer just flashed up the track and just caught that corner of the 15 there. Lucky was entering the corner behind, I think, the 22 at the time, and checked up, and when he got on the brakes, it just went straight from what I gathered there.
Yeah, Nicholas Moreau was to his outside, and it's on from there. Nicholas was just that's kind of been Nicholas's season here in the B season, is that he gets through the field with no issues, and then all of a sudden something happens.
They do. I got to give them props. They did a good job of getting everybody turned around there and getting going.
Getting back going again?
I know that's a small thing, and I'm sure they're not thinking about that right now, but they did a good job of kind of unhooking themselves there and getting things back rolling.
Yeah, because everything does happen quick here, and the pace car and the leaders come back at you pretty quickly.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, they
who didn't stop? It was the 43 and
9. The 9 of Marshall Johnson.
Marshall pitted.
Yeah,
Marshall pitted.
Marshall had enough on that restart, man. It was sketchy for him. It looked like he went in the corner and got really loose. And
but Lewis did not. Lewis Meglin. If I remember correctly, the last time we were at a short track, Lewis ran like 75% of the race on the same tires before he pitted.
Yes, I think you're right.
So this is a Lewis Meglin kind of move here.
He doesn't like changing tires.
Maybe he doesn't have a good pit box. I don't know.
Well, he's committed, and he's going to stay with it here as he's currently in, where is he at? Fifth spot.
He's in fifth, yeah.
Jonathan Atkins going to retake the point here. Noah Nicholson now second. Brendan Polt third. Ryan Chapman back to fourth as we get the green flag and racing once again here at IRP.
Jonathan Atkins is shot out of a cannon. As Brendan Polt and the 77 now are side by side trying to come out of 2. And the 77 gets that spot as a single file down into 3.
You can tell things are starting to ramp up a little bit. We're starting to see the lap counter click past halfway here, and things are starting to get a little more desperate.
Yeah, it's still not panic time yet. Maybe for some of the guys in the back, but up front here, the 77 is right on the 4, so maybe we get a new player here. As 77 Noah Nicholson looking underneath Jonathan Atkins. Doesn't quite get there, but he's trying.
A little bit of contact, I think, off turn 4. He's right on the tailgate of the 4. See if he can do anything with him. He's really rolling that center really well. But Atkins able to get that run off the corner.
He is, and Atkins, and it goes back to what you said before about the guy out front has had the clean air and seems to be able to dictate where his pace is and where his line is. I'm just trying to look to see. There's a lot of single file right now. As Lewis Meglin has kind of moved back in 5th place. He's kind of slowing the line
down. Contact
now,
with the 4. 77 in the back of the 4. The 4 goes around. Your leader, Jonathan Atkins, gets spun from behind. Noah Nicholson with contact, and caution is out.
Wow.
Well, that's going to be another one to the rear.
Well, there goes my guy. Your guy's back up to 7th at least.
That's unfortunate. You see some of the guys electing to pit here. Joshua O'Connor is going to come down. Man, out of the lead.
Still staying out there.
Yeah, Meglin's still not going to pit.
He's still not pitting.
Let's look at the. We watched it live as we were on, watching. So we'll look at it one more time here. Our Best One Tire Auto Care instant replay. Looks like the 77 just gassed it up mid corner, got in the back of the 4, and just right around the 4 car goes. I mean, there's nothing you can do when you get hit like that in the quarter panel.
No, not at all. I haven't seen anything from race control on who's taking that caution. So it doesn't look like anybody's going to be claiming that caution. That'll be interesting in post-race.
Wow. Let's run on board with the 77 here. He just gasses it up underneath the 4, and around the 4 goes. All right, well, we're going to restart. Well, they're going to come around with one.
Maybe
to
we're
one
going to
go.
restart.
Yeah. Interesting. Well, if you're Brendan Polt in this situation and you just witnessed what you witnessed, and Brendan's been in this situation before with a driver that his conduct ended up getting him disqualified after the race. Finishing second is possibly a win here. Do you race a little bit different here on this restart?
Brendan, probably not. Me, yeah, maybe a little bit. Because he's already won one that way, didn't he? Didn't Brendan win?
That's what I'm saying. Like, he's been in this
situation
okay, yeah. before. It just happened to be. Yeah, so we'll see what happens here as Noah Nicholson's going to lead him down for the restart. Ooh, a little bit of a checkup on the restart as well.
Yeah, and I was going to say, Brendan really can't sleep on it because you got Ryan Chapman right behind him. who's super aggressive on these restarts. Oh, as he gets sideways. So you can't really give it all to Noah Nicholson. You got to try something because you got a lot of guys behind you that are hot and heavy trying to get up to the front and win this race too. So Brendan Polk goes into second. Ryan Chapman third. Some heavy racing going on in the back.
Yeah, they sort
By
that out
back, I mean 8th, 9th, and 10th.
Yeah, it's some of that's Nicholas Moreau trying to work his way through, but the 2 and the 13 close racing there between the two of them.
Got the 18 trying to come back up to the front. J.P. Burns trying to make his way back up to the front again. Marshall Johnson on new tires back there trying to make his way. Everybody's trying to make their way back up from the back. I'm just watching Marshall Johnson on new tires. He's making some hay. Got Michael Blackner underneath Lewis Meglin for 4th spot with Wyatt Hundley right behind the two.
Looking on, trying to pounce here, but the 22 Michael Blackner up into 4th spot as the top 3 kind of drive away here.
Dave Nestor's looking underneath Lewis Meglin. Dave having a great race in 7th, looking for 6th spot here. Still looking underneath Lewis there for 6th place as they're side by side.
Yep.
Coming down the front stretch.
Good battle between the 36 and 43 there. 43 of Macklin running those Richard Petty colors in the 43. But Dave Nestor's going to get that done. He's going to take over 7th or 6th spot.
Noah Nicholson is still leading. He's got a just about a half a second lead on Brendan Polk, who's got another half a second lead, or interval back to Ryan Chapman in 3rd. Michael Blackner 4th, and Wyatt Hundley, like I said, is up to 5th.
Mark All Henderson in the wall, racing with Joshua O'Connor in the 70.
Here we got Brian Messer, Alan Duranco, and Nicholas Moreau running side by side here, trying to get what is that? That is 10th, 11th, and 9th, 10th, and 11th right there.
Which Barry Kramer trying to work through the field there with the Marshall Johnson machine as well. Richard Myers going backwards right now in that 93.
Keep in mind that Marshall's got 14 lap fresher tires than most of these guys, because he only pitted, him and Jonathan Atkins actually both pitted on lap 84 to get new shoes, so they both have 14 lap fresher tires. Oh, the 2 of Duranco!
Duranco goes around off turn 4. That's going to bring out the caution, racing underneath Brian Messer in the 13. He's going to spin it around. Caution is out. And you know, one of the tricky things about this track that I forgot to mention is those seams. There's a little bit of a banking difference between the bottom and the middle lanes, and the middle and upper are about the same, but that little bit of difference in banking can really upset the car, especially coming off the corner. And I think that's what we're seeing with the 2 and even with the 99 earlier, that they got that difference in banking. They kind of split the banking there, and that the camber and the tires can't really handle that, and it just breaks loose.
Yeah, it's super tough on this track. And that's why I was mentioning before that the 10 of Ryan Chapman was running a very unorthodox line, because he was down on the bottom coming off the corners. And most people don't like to do that because of those seams and because of that banking transition, and it does tend to make the car loose. So I'm actually watching in the background, and guess who's making his pit stop?
Yep, I saw it too. The 43 of Meglin's going to come down for those tires finally. Gonna give up that track position and try to come back through the field.
Well, you know, this puts him on 28 lap fresher tires than the guys leading the race right now. So maybe not a bad call if we go the rest of the way here.
I like the contrarian strategy at this point. If you don't have the speed to run up there, just pure speed out of the truck, you got to do something different, because, you know, like they say, if you follow them, you're going to follow them. So
Yeah, you're going to follow him to the finish line. That's what you're going to do.
I think that's
But
from.
yeah, something different.
I think that quote's from the disgraced former crew chief Larry McReynolds.
He's disgraced. Why is he disgraced?
You need to catch up on social media.
Watch social media.
You don't have to watch
I'm just
it. You
now
can read
getting
it.
I'm just now getting into the AI to do all that stuff for me.
Yeah, apparently
He's got time to read.
They were him and Daniel Trana on.
Oh, of course.
On a pipe.
Now you're going to break up a little
NASCAR.
bit. I missed him and.
Oh, they must have heard me talking crap about him because I'm breaking up again.
they're killing. Who's out there messing with Brody's internet? It's the only league I have this problem with.
Well, maybe I'm back now. I'm not really sure what's going on.
Yeah, you're back. All right, we're doubling up through 1 and 2 here. The lights are off on the pace car as we have Noah Nicholson on the pole on the inside, Brendan Polt outside, Ryan Chapman, Michael Blackner, Wyatt Hunley, and Dave Nestor there in the top 3 rows. Let's see what tires can do here.
All right, coming down to the restart zone. 77 leads, 71 on the outside. You got Chapman, Blackner, and Hunley, your top 5. And green flag is out, and we're racing once again.
I'm not sure what I'm seeing here. This is like the 3rd time I've seen the guy on the outside restart next to 3rd instead of the leader, and that has caused... Oh, now we got a yellow.
Barry Kramer around. Markyle Henderson involved as well. Let's go back and see what happens here. Barry Kramer to the inside. Oh, he gets hit from... Is that the 9?
Marshall Johnson looks like he was involved.
And then the 62 gets turned around trying to avoid that. See if we can get a better shot here. 18 almost. I don't know if he got loose there first or what happened, but just looked a little loose or a little odd getting into the corner there.
Well, I mean, he was in the outside lane and then comes down to kind of take the middle lane, and then Marshall just kind of bopped him a little bit there. There was a bopping.
Bopping. Let's ride on board with the 18 real quick.
Drive-by bopping. He has been boppeted.
Let's ride on board with the 62 too, see how he got involved in this. Sees it happening up front. Smoke right there. Oh, he got it back of the 9 and yeah, can get
yeah,
checked
it looked
up.
like the 90 was in the 90 was they all kind of checked up. The 90 was in there too, so
everybody stacked up.
Kind of looked like Marshall was expecting him to stay high. The 18, which, I mean, he didn't do anything. He changed lanes. And again, there was nobody under him at the time. But I'm thinking that maybe Marshall thought that he was going to stay high, rolled in, and just bopped him.
He booped him.
Boopity bopped him. Bippity boppity booped him.
Yeah, well, cautions are breeding cautions at this point. We got to get back to some green flag racing, see what happens up front. All these restarts are burning laps off the pylon here, and those guys, especially the 43 who was involved a little bit in that incident, he kind of got a little bit of damage too, is wanting to use those tires to try to get through the field here.
Yeah, he's got the unless somebody just took some that I'm not aware of, but he's definitely got the best tires out there. The 4 and Marshall Johnson had the next best sets of tires out there, so the 4 is back up to 10th. So
yeah, I think the 70 of O'Connor came in under this caution as well, so he's got some new tires as well. So we'll see what happens. See if they can claw their way up towards the front here. So get ready for a restart. The 77 of Nicholson out front. Chapman to the outside. Polt, Hunley, and Blackner are now your top 5.
There's a better restart.
Yep, second place is going to hang on.
Yep.
And here comes Ryan Chapman looking to the inside of the 77. Nothing doing there. He's going to have to regroup.
Got Wyatt Hunley back up there, right behind Brendan Polt. But behind them, you got Michael Blackner and Shad Curran going door to door for 5th.
You do. The 66 up the track. Here comes the 22 to the bottom, trying to take that position, and does off the corner. Now he's got to fight off the 15 of Nicholas Moreau, who is on a mission after having that issue early on.
Yeah, Nicholas making his way back up. He's in the top 6 now, and Shad Curran back to 7th. But definitely all under a blanket here, as Nicholas is now trying to look underneath Michael for 5th spot.
Look at this gaggle back here in the back from about 13th on back. All these drivers trying to fight for every position here.
Yeah, no positions here are given easily. They're all taken very, very difficult most times. Yeah, there's a gaggle back there. My goodness. The 43's around.
Lewis Meglin around off turn 2, and caution will come out once again.
Kind of just caught that live. He had some help.
See what happens here with Meglin in turn 1 and 2. And that was the previous caution. Hold on.
Too far. You've gone too far.
Here's Meglin. Oh, contact. How many times contact? A lot of contact with the 70, who just completely turns him around.
Which, unfortunately, that's the second incident that the 70's been in tonight. Not having the greatest of non-contact nights for the 70 tonight.
Gotta wonder if some of these guys are getting close to that 13x incident limit.
I was just looking. Go ahead. I was just looking.
Yeah.
And the closest ones we have are a couple of people with 8. But I guess IRP is a little stingy on giving out some incident points. Because I would have expected a lot more closer to the 13 limit myself.
Well,
I was just looking at the page when you were saying that.
Well, 8, if you get 4 more, it's 12, and then, anything else past that and you're done, so. You got to be careful. We still got 38 laps to go.
You're supposed to be careful. Yeah, that's supposed to be the way you're supposed to be driving, but not everybody got the memo. So we got Wyatt Huntley back up to 4th, Moreau's back up to 6th, Atkins is back up to 9th, JP Burns back up to 11th. So we got some guys still making their way from the back. As you said, they got 38, 37 laps to go. The laps are certainly winding down for those guys to make it back up front here. And so far, our picks, not having the best night, not having the worst night, but not having the best night.
Well, yours was really...
Mine was doing good till he wasn't.
Yeah, he's in 9th right now. I still wouldn't count him out.
And he's got a good set of tires on, but there's just not a lot of laps left, and we all know it's a tough track to pass at. So
of course, mine's in 4th, so any fireworks up front, he's sitting in the catbird seat as well. So I don't know. We're not done yet. I'm not giving up yet.
Unless the bottle rockets point his direction.
Yeah.
Here we go. Restart.
All right, 77. Nicholson brings him down. Ryan Chapman on the outside. Green flag is out.
Great start for the 77. Okay start from the 10. But the 21 and the 71 are side by side for 3rd, as is the 15 and the 22 behind them. Double wide.
Double mint, double mint, double mint. No. For those of you guys that know what I'm talking about.
Old enough to remember those double mint twin commercials. The
Yeah.
21's in the wall. Oh,
Touches the wall.
he had the 71 cleared, but he got up in the wall and put the 71 back underneath him. But Michael Blackner but kept the 15 behind him. So put Michael Blackner back in fifth as the laps are winding down here.
Ooh, who is that in the wall back there? I think it's Jack Curran. They keep it going though, off the corner. Everybody kind of gets single file up front here. Nicholson, Chapman, Hunley, Brendan Polt.
But the 99 JP Burns trying to make his way underneath the 36 of Dave Nestor for ninth place here as they go down the front stretch. And Brian Messer also trying to take advantage of this as he moves his way underneath the 36. JP Burns has got lap 98 in the pit line, so he's got some good tires on him.
Okay, so there he is in ninth spot.
Making his way back to the front again. And after making his way back to the front again, he's making his way back to the front again.
Making his way downtown. Walking fast. Who's that? Natalie? Is that Natalie and Bruglia? No, I don't think it is. Who is that singing that song?
I think I know what song you're talking about, and I have no idea. I know what song you're talking about, but I don't think it's Natalie and Bruglia, but I don't think it is whatever it is. I can't even say her name.
She's the piano girl. I forgot what her name was.
The piano girl.
Yeah.
I know who the piano man is. That's Billy Joel.
Yeah, no, I read that.
So up front here in the race, we got Noah Nicholson out by a second over Ryan Chapman, with Wyatt Hunley right behind Ryan and Brendan Polt right behind him too.
Yeah, interestingly, Brendan Polt, he was running second and then lost a couple positions on the restart here with Chapman and Hunley now in front of him.
I mean, still good points night. That's the whole consistency that we were talking about. You need to, you can consistent people to death with top fives for sure. Oh, almost. Oh, there we go. Just 18's around.
Once again, Barry Kramer around off turn 4. Oh, and he gets hit late. What was that? A truck hits him late there as he's sitting sideways. Yellow flag is out, or was out, and he still gets T-boned.
Oh, Mark Kyle. Oh, Mark Kyle.
Let's go back and look and see the incident that initially brought out the caution. He's racing beside the 16. Oh, look, it's the 70.
It is. It is.
Oh, and then there's the 62 showing up late on. Oh, boy.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm looking at McCall now. He's coming through. And it kind of looks like when he hit the brakes, it kind of made the truck go down. And
man, that's a hard hit on the 18 there.
Yeah, Mark Kyle already has got out of the truck. He's done for the evening.
Right on board with the 62 here, see what happened. Coming off the corner. Boy, I don't know. He hit the brakes and it just...
It looks like it pulled it down, right?
Yeah.
It's like he hits the brakes and it just moves. It's like a magnet. He hit the brake magnet.
Target acquired.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, I'm not laughing at it. I'm just kind of laughing because you hit the brakes and you're trying to avoid the accident. You hit the brakes and it brings you right into the accident. It's like, oh my God.
Do we have some pit stops there?
We do. What's up with that?
Yeah, so we had some guys make some pit stops here. That's going to move Jonathan Atkins now back up to second spot. Ooh.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy. Talk about the fireworks.
Oh, boy. We got beef. Because we know what happened the last time these two were together when it was in the opposite direction. All right, so Oh, who went down pit road? Let's take a look, see if we can see who went down pit road. Ryan Chapman, Wyatt Hunley, Michael Blackner,
Bolt.
Brendan Polt, Brian Messer, Nicholas Moreau, Dave Nestor, Lewis Meglin,
Jack Curran.
Chad Curran,
So it looks like
Bronco,
from sixth.
half the field maybe?
Yeah, from sixth on back. The top 5 stayed out. This from
Yes,
sixth on back. Come down and got tires. We'll see if it matters, if it makes a difference. Ryan Chapman's one I got my eye on. See if he can use those new tires. He's been quick all night. Now he's got a little bit of an advantage. He's got some trucks to pass, though. We'll see if he can make it happen in 25 laps. 25 to go here. Oh, Noah Nicholson blinking out there a little bit.
Yeah, I'm wondering if you're on the same internet because you blinked out for a second there too.
Yep, looks like I'm dropping
All right,
frames
here we
here.
go.
Ready for the restart here.
I'm not sure why we keep having such a disparity on that front row.
I see that too. I don't know.
It's like the 4th or 5th time. Ryan Chapman, 3 wide on the bottom.
Trying to use those tires as quick as he can. And meanwhile, the 4 of Jonathan Atkins closes in on the 77 of Nicholson.
Whoa, they're 3 wide in the back as the
Chapman.
43 gets put in the wall.
Chapman slides up in front of his teammate there. He's going to take 4th spot over J.P. Burns. Now working over another teammate, the 16 of Robert Malikian, who touches the wall off the corner.
In the meantime, you got Brendan Polt and Nicholas Moreau behind this for trying to follow Ryan Chapman up through. As Ryan is under the 16 going down the front stretch.
We got one spinning around down on the back stretch, on the front stretch. That is the 2, I believe. Alan Duranko. Caution is out. We'll have to see if he got some help there. Coming off the corner. Nope. Just gets loose off the corner. Loops it. Actually doesn't loop it. He kind of slides sideways.
Sideways, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we're down to 22 laps to go here. Or 21 laps to go, whatever. One of the two. 20 laps to go. 21 laps to go. I can't count.
21, yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on the restarts either there.
Yeah, you're seeing that too, right? He's like the leader's like in a row by themselves.
Well, I know a lot of the guys are monitoring that speed with the restart zone. So I wonder if they're being careful not to exceed the pace speed to try to stay beside the leader, and that's causing them to line up behind them, maybe.
Maybe. I mean, I've not done that particularly here, so maybe that's the case, but I don't know. It's definitely given the leader a significant advantage, more so than they usually get for having the ability to take off when they want. But yeah, here we go. We got Noah Nicholson going to be on the pole. We got Jonathan Atkins who's outside. Ryan Chapman on fresher tires.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's now in 3rd. He's going to be in the catbird seat, I believe, right here.
Yeah, so Noah pitted on lap 70, Jonathan on 84. Ryan Chapman pitted on lap 124. So he has 54 lap fresher tires than Noah Nicholson does. But Noah Nicholson's been running some really good lap times up there, which goes back to that clean air theory.
Well, I guess lights on the pace car is still on. We're still pacing. Yeah, I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see if Chapman can make something happen with those new tires. He's going to have to dispose of the 4 of Atkins if he's going to do anything. Can Atkins do anything with the 77 of Nicholson? I know what he probably wants to do, but I'm hoping that doesn't happen. Yeah, the 10 I think has got the advantage clearly on tires. He's been fast all night. We'll see if he's able to use those tires and make the move he needs.
Keyword's going to be patience. He doesn't have to get it all in turn 1. He's
Well,
got 50 lap fresher tires.
So here's the thing: if we have caution after caution, you want to make those moves quickly, and this is what causes the caution after caution. Is everybody wants to make those moves quickly because you're afraid the caution is going to come out. Sometimes it's you causing the caution. So it's caution breeds cautions, man. That's the summary there. As they come down to the restart zone, getting ready for the restart. Nicholson leading, Atkins in second on the outside lane. Waiting for the green flag. There it is, and the 4 actually launches with the 77 this time, so he's going to stay beside him.
Great start.
To the outside. Here goes the 10 on the inside.
Oh, he didn't quite make it there. Oh, he was up there. He didn't quite make it. The 10 didn't make it. The 71 and 16 are side by side behind him.
To come off turn 4 to complete that lap. Nicholson retakes the lead and the advantage here. See the 16 and Malikian up into the wall.
He wasn't going to make that, so he just said, let me go in that corner.
Here comes the 10. Ryan Chapman taking second spot over the 4 of Atkins with those fresher tires.
Brendan Polt, he put on lap 21-24, so he's got some newer shoes as well. And he's going to probably look underneath the 4 here, and he does, going into turn 1 and 2.
Polt to the inside of the 4. Meanwhile, the 10 trying to track down the 77 of Nicholson. 16 on the inside of the 4.
Yeah. I think the 4 is going to be on the freight train here.
Oh, we got one around behind him, the 13. That is Brian Messer. All his fault. The 13 around.
And he looked just like Alan Duranko. He just spun it all by himself. It's all his fault.
Yep, he straddled that seam off the corner, I think, and that upset the truck, and around it goes.
I thought he might have hit the bunker.
I thought he was doing celebratory burnouts down there, but a little early for that.
A little bit. All right, so Noah Nicholson was able to hold off the 4 of Jonathan Atkins, who has gone backwards to 5th place here on this restart. So now you got Noah Nicholson on lap 70 tires, Chapman and Brendan Polt on 124 tires, Robert Malikian on 112 tires. So Brendan Polt on good tires as well here.
If they can if the 10 can restart like the 4 did that last time, he restarted beside him and held him down, was able to stay beside him. I think the 10's got the position as long as he's patient through 1 and 2 and able to get that run off the corner.
Right.
Definitely some fresher tires behind him. It's going to be tougher for the 77 to hold on here. The 10 has newer tires. The 71 has fresher tires. And all those guys were able to dispatch the 4, who actually drops to 5th there on those older tires. And at this point, he's just probably kind of hanging on for whatever he can get, because if he pits, you're not going to make positions in 12 laps. So
yeah, not enough in 12 laps.
You just kind of got what you got at this point. They're already packing up the pit box.
Don't bother coming in here. We're eating ice cream.
All right, pace car lights are off. We're going to get another restart here with about 10 to go when they hit the line. And we're getting down to it, Richie.
I thought we were going to be going 1 to go, but we're still not 1 to go yet. But we are getting down to it. Oh. We're going to have 10 laps to go, or 9 laps to go.
When they take the green, there'll be 9 to go. And when you get in a single-digit lap counts, that's when things kind of get a little crazy.
Well, we're going to have a bunch of guys trying to make positions. We've got a couple of guys who will be in the back trying to win the race within those last 9 laps, and hopefully everybody keeps their heads, keeps their calm, and we get to the checkered flag here with nary an incident.
Keeps their head on their shoulder and out of that other place.
Yeah, the Tony Solari place. Old Spicy Solari's not in the show tonight because he's under the weather, and we're wishing him, hoping that he feels better. But he's been the butt of a couple jokes lately, unfortunately for himself. But he's on the mends. He should be here next week, hopefully.
He has been the butt of jokes, that's for sure. And I know he's looking forward to putting this behind him.
Well, he's been a little bit of a pain in the butt as this whole situation's been going on. So we're going back green here. I digest. Here we go.
All right, wait for the green flag. Noah Nicholson leading Ryan Chapman here. What happens on this restart? Ryan has a pretty good restart here, but Noah's going to clear him as they go off into 1. But here comes the 10 to the inside, as he's been doing.
He's under him.
Run that really low line. Can't quite get there. Gets a little loose.
He's going to do that. He's going to watch out for Brendan Polt, who's right there, who can possibly take advantage as Ryan continues to run the bottom. And Jonathan Atkins going backwards now. He's losing 2 more spots. So tires are definitely eating him up.
Watching this battle up front. Can anybody do anything with Noah Nicholson? Chapman with those fresher tires, looking for an opportunity. He's got to look in his mirror
Moreau as well.
He's got to look at his mirror though. The 71 right on his tailgate as well.
He is, but Noah Nicholson running some really good laps on them old tires, and the guys on the new tires, maybe they heated them up too much, and he's gapped him a little bit. Ryan is trying.
I think he's got to get off that bottom. That's going to cost him a spot. Here comes the 71 looking to the inside of the 10. The 10 contact between the 71 and 10. 10 runs him down the track. They stay green. They stay clean, I mean.
Well, both, actually.
Yeah.
Clean and green. Well, not clean so much as green. Yeah, we're getting down to it. 5 laps to go.
5 laps to go here at Indianapolis Raceway Park, Lucas Oil Raceway. You got the 77 of Nicholson out front, but you have Chapman trying to close the gap with those fresher tires. Brendan Polk giving him all he can handle, though, right now for second.
Behind all this, there is a gaggle of trucks running all over the top of each other back there for...
Oh, we got a wreck. We got the 99 positions around. J.P. Burns.
Say it ain't so.
Spins
no
around.
Caution.
No caution right now.
No caution.
4 to go. They're going to be coming to 3 to go here.
Noah Nicholson just wants to see that white flag come out. Because once that white flag comes out, there's no caution. Unlike NASCAR, no caution comes out. We race to the end of the race here.
The battle's still on for second. As the 71's trying to find a way around that 10 of Ryan Chapman. 2 to go. The battle for second. Out front, Noah Nicholson continues to lead.
He does, and he's got half a second on Ryan Chapman here. He's kind of set on sail, just kind of doing his thing.
Still nothing happening as I get the white flag. 1 lap to go here at Lucas Oil Raceway, the Lucas Oil 150 for the Sim Racing Points Truck Series. Noah Nicholson out front right now, holding a comfortable lead over the 10 of Ryan Chapman as they head into 3 and 4. Can the 71 do anything with the 10? Doesn't look like it. He's going to hold position. Meanwhile, out front, the 77 of Nicholson's going to take the checkered flag and win here at Lucas Oil Raceway.
Ryan Chapman second, Brendan Polt third, and Nicholas Moreau with a rebound back up to 4th. And Robert Malikian holding on to 5th. So great job by those guys.
Head to 18 of Kramer spinning across the line. Although he, I think, reached the DQ limit.
I think you're right.
That's interesting.
Take a look-see. He did, yes. He was, and Joseph Burgess also had reached the limit a couple laps ago.
Well, pending.
So we went from nobody close to 2 people.
Who was the other one?
Joseph Burgess in the 90.
Okay. Well, let's look at our results here tonight for the Lucas Oil 150 here. Sim Racing Points Truck Series. Noah Nicholson takes home the win. The 10 of Ryan Chapman comes home P2. Brendan Polt third in the number 71. 4th is Nicholas Moreau. A good rebound for him. Robert Malikian finishes 5th. Wyatt Huntley in 6th. 7th is going to go to Shad Curran in the 66. Jonathan Atkins with his old tires hangs on for an 8th place finish. 9th is going to be Lewis Meglin. Good climb back for him. And Dave Nestor finishes out your top 10.
Marshall Johnson comes home 11th. Michael Blackner 12th. Joshua O'Connor comes home 13th, lucky number 13. Richard Myers in the 93 comes home 14th. Brian Messer 15th after a late race spin there. Brad Fulham comes home 16th. Alan Duranko 17th, last car in the lead lap. Barry Kramer 18th. JP Burns 19th. Joseph Burgess 20th.
And you have 21st for Markyle Henderson, Chris Gore, Cameron Albertson, Hayden James, and TJ Bartell not having the nights they wanted. They round out your 25-car field. So we're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll talk to our top 3 finishers, get their input on tonight's race, and see what they have to say about their races tonight. We'll do all that on the other side here when we come right back after these commercials.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head to head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
We are Best One.
The best tires.
The best customer service.
The best automotive service.
And the best customers. You see, Best One isn't just our name, it's who we are. Since 1948, Best One has been delivering quality and dependable tires and full-service automotive care to our customers. Best One, selling tires, serving people. We are Best One.
Back here at Lucas Oil Raceway, finishing up the Lucas Oil 150 here for the Sim Racing Points Truck Series here on Full Throttle Television. We're going to talk to our top 3 finishers. Let's throw it over to our post-race show, which is right there. And let's talk to our third place finisher, which is right here. It's going to be the 71 of Brendan Pohl. Brendan, congratulations. Third place finish tonight, pending the official review. Man, great run tonight. Great job out there taking care of the truck. It was a struggle at times. You saw a lot out there tonight, but able to bring it home in a solid third place finish, and that's why you lead the points at this point.
Yeah, I mean, I can't be mad at third places if basically that's where I finished almost all season, which is how points should be in my opinion. But anyways, yeah, qualifying sucked. I didn't do enough practice on the Q set, so I started far enough back. So I knew with a 40-lap stage at least, and the tires don't really fall off that much within 10, if I managed to at least manage the tires but also be aggressive until about lap 10, then I knew that's the pace I would have up until the stage caution, which that strategy carried me up to, I think, a P7 finish for the stage, which was nice considering I started 11th at a track like this. That's really hard to pass. But then after the stage, it's just a matter of avoiding accidents. I somehow got a 2x from Wyatt's spin, but no damage to the truck otherwise. So we kept rolling and was never really aiming for the win this week. It was just maintaining the points lead. I was just trying to stay ahead of at least Robert, which I managed to succeed. So good race overall, considering SOF for me went awful.
Yeah, well, you talked about how hard this track is to pass. I mean, we were talking about it in the pre-race, talking about how the groove is kind of different here. You kind of run in the middle of the track, so it's hard to get high or lower the driver without really compromising your corner. Just talk about how tough it was to kind of battle back. I know you didn't have the qualifying run you wanted. We were talking about that in pre-race as well. Kind of fighting your way through the field, trying to make those passes, setting up the passes, and then how things kind of progress from there.
With the passes, unfortunately, I think this is the reason why we got a lot of our cautions, is that if you have pass on the bottom, you almost have to think you're Kyle Larson, because you have to send the truck to effectively pass. I should mention, you can pass other ways, but the way that worked the most for me was sending the truck down to the yellow line and at least holding your right sides above that first seam, which some people can do that right, but then also, which is again why I think there's a reason for a ton of cautions. People think they can send it in deep, but then they underestimate the grip of the nose of their truck, and I mean, it happens. A track like this, like you said, where you can really only run the middle as your racing line, it's hard to make a clean yet effective pass without chewing up your right front or wrecking the guy on your outside.
Yeah, well, you were able to do that, able to maintain the points lead, actually grow the points lead over Robert, like you said, came in with the focus of doing that, doing so, and it continued to expand it. We've only got 4 races left, so doing a good job there as well. I'm going to go into next week with even a larger points lead, so congratulations on your 3rd place finish and doing so tonight. I'm going to throw it to you, let you do your shout-outs and your sponsor plugs, though. The floor is yours.
Yeah, big thanks to Twisted Speed once again, as they helped a lot this week to build the setup. ESC, Turn 1 Designs, W Energy Drinks, and yeah, even though Morris was not here, he still had a lot of help from he was able to prove points, at least building this setup to that. Honestly, that flew right over my head, that I honestly should not have went over him, but we got a good set. Great one here by Twisted and ESC. Looking forward to Kentucky, one of my favorites, and then Watkins Glen right after that. If Lime Rock is a repeat, I'm fine with that.
Well, again, congratulations on the great run tonight. We'll see you in Kentucky.
All right, thank you. You guys have a good night.
There's your 3rd place finisher, Brendan Polt, hanging on to that points lead. We're going to throw it over to our 2nd place finisher now, Ryan Chapman, who I think you're standing by with him, Richie.
I'm down here with the driver number 10 across the line, 2nd tonight. Ryan Chapman, man, what a race. You're up front early. Fell back a little bit, but you were one of the only ones running what I'm calling an unorthodox line here, trying to bottom, and it almost worked out for you. Tell me about your race.
Yeah, this track's hard to pass. It's probably one of my least favorite tracks, per se, but overall, it was a good race. Yeah, I tried some different stuff because just running my normal line, I was getting tight behind everyone. So I was like, newer tires, let's send it to the bottom and hope it sticks. And I almost had them there, but
You did.
The truck just didn't want to stick. But overall, it was fun. It was fun coming from mid-pack, or like 8th, I think, with some of my guys. So it was actually really fun, just trying to find different lines, just trying to find ways to work around this track. I mean, the biggest thing here is clean air. I mean, clean air is massive. So especially with Noah on old tires, he was still able to hold me off, just because every time I got close to him or got near him, I would get tight. So on that last restart, I let him get by me, and I was hoping he was going to shoot up higher, and I was going to be able to dive it down into the bottom and just scoop on by him like I did Jonathan. But he ran a smart race. So, I mean, overall, I'm happy with the P2. Just kind of mad because I really wanted that win, because I never won here before.
Well, I want to go back to that clean air comment, because at one point you didn't have the clean air. Then you guys came down pit road and your pit guys got you out, and you were able to get the clean air. But on the next pit stop, you went the opposite direction and ended up losing a couple spots there, which put you back to, I think, 5th or 6th. But did a great job fighting back from that. I don't know if you're going to be firing anybody on pit road for that one.
I'm going to fire myself, because that was a damn rookie mistake.
Yeah, we all have them. But,
I'm about to find myself, put someone else in this truck, because, man, I was embarrassed. I'm like, are you kidding me? And so, yeah. I kind of had vengeance at that point to try to get back up there.
But you did a great job doing that. Like I said, you were able to come back to 2nd place tonight, which is first one across the line, or the second one across the line tonight. So great job. I'm going to open up the floor for you to give any shout-outs.
10-4. Obviously, appreciate you guys putting this on, FTSR in general, and just thank EPI for building this set. Just wish I had a little bit of a looser truck behind other cars, but overall the set was really good. Want to thank Elevated Esports for just sticking behind me and with all my shenanigans that I do throughout the season. And all of our sponsors. You got Elevated Outdoors, you got Splash and Go, who does all my paints. My mom and dad for watching, because they watch every broadcast. So shout out to them for watching, staying up this late. Just everyone involved. Victory Fuel. I know I'm missing a good amount of people. Icon Apparel, Nerditudes. But yeah, basically, that's all I got for you guys.
All right. Well, congratulations on your P2. Brody, I believe you're down there standing with the winner, Noah Nicholson.
Yep, I'm down here in Victory Lane with the 77 Nicholson. Noah, not the traditional race here tonight. You were able to get the lead there and never relinquished it there towards the end. A little contact with the Ford, though. Walk us through your race and let us know what you saw out there.
Yeah, so I was pretty confident going it from practice to qualifying on how the car was, and then I ended up spinning on both laps and not getting a qualifying lap in. So I don't know where I started, somewhere like 21st or through 25th, somewhere around there. So I was working my way through, got a little contact from an early incident. Just some guy sent it under me, came up, put me into the wall. So I didn't know if I had any damage from there. I guess not. But from there, it was really difficult to pass. The way I tended to try to do it most is kind of just get up close to the guy, stick my nose under, and then back out mid corner if I didn't see a gap. And then hopefully that kind of pressure would force them to overdrive the top line and maybe have them scrape the wall a little bit. And then I'd be able to brush on by. So that was my main tactic, just applying that pressure, letting them know I'm there. But when it came to the 4, I was shadowing him quite a bit on that restart, trying to figure out where I could pass him because I knew he was too fast for me to try to just get under him and go there. But saw that he was arcing it quite a bit, leaving a lot of room on that apex, and I had a lot of center speed. So I just tried to wrap the bottom and then time it so when he comes up, I would be there on his door, right on the inside, and that's what I did. I snuck it down there, wrapped the bottom. I didn't come up the track into him. I felt at least. I didn't see a replay on it, so I don't know. I don't think I came up the track, and then he continued his arc back down, and that's what the contact happened. So I don't think I did anything wrong. If I did, I didn't know, so I couldn't claim that. I didn't think have enough information on that to say that it was indefinitely my fault. But after that, we were just riding around, and I did a few opens, and I noticed that there's not a lot of tire fall off. So I was like, I'm just gonna stay out and hold it. And so everybody pit behind me, and I was like, let's see how this works. And it turned out working in our favor.
Well, you guys, your team, your whole team had really quick trucks tonight. It looked like the 70 was quick, although he had some issues back there as well. The 76 as well. You guys brought a fast truck. And you talk about qualifying. Yep. I noticed you guys did kind of qualify towards the back, having to work your way through the field. It was not an easy race for you guys just because of that. And I made the note early on in the race that you guys were fast in practice, so I expected you guys to be up front. Unfortunately, qualifying didn't work out, but the race did. Just kind of talk through your preparation process leading up to this race.
Yeah. So my main, what I usually do is go into a practice session, like just one of those open ones on iRacing for the open cars, and then I'll just walk away, leave it for a bit until the session's about to close, see who set the fastest lap and see how they're doing it, and look at those long runs and see what they're trying to do with their car. I'll set like 10 laps, figure out why I'm slower, and then I'll try to modify my driving style to whoever is doing that, because usually there's always one ringer on each session that just knows what to do, knows the track better than everybody else, and I'll try to find those things that they're doing. And I found that you can drive 3 and 4 a lot deeper than 1 and 2, and you don't really have to arc it too much through 3 and 4, so I was able to carry a lot of center speed through there. So that's how I was able to make up my time while not wearing out tire wear. And that's a lot of the preparation, just watching drivers and seeing how their styles benefit each track and trying to change my style to fit that.
Well, it definitely worked out for you tonight, whether it be clean air or a great long run truck, or probably both at this point. You were able to hold them off there with those older tires up front and grab the victory. I'm going to toss it to Richie, though. I'm sure Richie's got some thoughts.
No, I think you've about covered everything. I just want to say, shout out the congratulations on the win there. You did a great job. Definitely did good with holding off the new tires behind you with those older tires. So congrats to that.
Thank you.
All right. Well, with that, I'm going to throw it to you, let you do your shout outs and sponsor plugs. Noah, first win of the in the league, in the season, in the series, and that's going to lock you in the playoffs as well. So congratulations. I'm going to throw it to you. The floor is yours.
I'd just like to thank Lucky Seven and Cameron Albertson for giving me this ride. Very grateful to him. Couldn't have done this without him. We got a good team going. We're rebuilding a good team there. And all those guys work hard each week to get us good cars and good handling cars. And I'd like to thank Admin Box and SVN Media for the sponsors. And that's about all here. It was a great week. Turned out well for us.
All right. Well, there's your winner tonight, Noah Nicholson. Noah, we'll see you next week at Kentucky. All right. Well, Richie, that is the race tonight here at Lucas Oil Speedway. We saw a good bit. We saw a little bit of a green flag run there. Saw a lot of restarts, a lot of different things happening, a lot of spins off the corner too with this difference in banking. It's a tough track out there.
It certainly was tonight, but we did get to see a little bit of everything: some green flag racing, some self spins, some drama on the racetrack, drama off the racetrack. Seen it all tonight. So hard track, but I still think it's a fun track. So
yeah, absolutely. I enjoyed it as well. A little bit of fender rubbing, a little short track racing action, and I hope everybody enjoyed it for sure. In a week from today, we head to Kentucky Speedway with the Sim Racing Points Truck Series. You can find it right here on Full Throttle Television at 9 p.m. on Wednesday nights. Again, like I said, next week we'll be at Kentucky. Looking forward to getting back to that track. That's a track we don't go to often. We'll get to return to Kentucky Speedway. And also don't forget to find us on Monday night. Looking forward to this one as well, the Cup Series, and you'll be in this race at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. I look forward to that one in the next gen car. Monday nights at 9 p.m. You can find the Victory Fuel Cup Series. So looking forward to that. Richie, you'll be in that one. I'm sure you're looking forward to getting back on the Brickyard.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Indy's cool. Indy itself, being in at Indianapolis, if you're going to go to Indianapolis, you want to be on the Brickyard. Anytime you go there, you don't want to be on the road course. You want to be on the big track.
And you want to win.
It's steeped in history.
Yeah.
And
you definitely want to win at the Brickyard.
You definitely want to run there.
All right.
So,
well, that's good.
It'll be something for sure.
All right. Looking forward to it. Again, Monday nights, 9 p.m. is the next broadcast here on Full Throttle Television. Looking forward to it. That's going to do it for us here at Indianapolis Raceway Park, though. For Richie Coy and everybody at Full Throttle Television, thank you for watching tonight. Hope you enjoyed it like we did, and we'll see you Monday night from the Brickyard.